Hello traders, welcome to my channel once more. So in this video I'm going to be doing top-down analysis again, and we are going to be going through a series of setups we have here, right? So the first setup we are going to be going through will be AUD JPY. So we are going to be doing top-down on this trade. We are also going to be doing top-down on AUD CHF, CAT CHF as well, and other pairs. So let's go right into it. So currently I'm in this trade, and the reason why I took this trade I'm going to show you in a bit. Let's look at this, right? Let's look at the overall view of this chart. So currently this is the 4 hours time frame, and on this 4 hours time frame you can see that the market recently made a break of structure to the upside, to the downside here, right? This is our most recent break of structure. We had this inducement taken out, and then the market closed here. So the market has been pushing up. So all of these are internal structures on our trading range. This is an internal break of structure to the upside of an internal break of structure here. Then we have the market come up here to come back down here and sweep this low. But before the market came back down here, it reacted from our external point of interest on this our trading range. So you can see this was our external point of interest. This one mitigated it, then this one is the unmitigated external point of interest. That is where I am looking to take a trade from. Now we are done with that side now, but if you look at here, you can see that basically this market is still bullish, right? This market is still bullish, even though we have this sweep here. That market is still bullish, so we expect the market to still drop right down here and give us a buy to the upside. Now the reason why we are selling is if you happen to look at the 4 hours time frame, you will see that here, right here, the market really closed above. The market went up and closed above this, but after closing above this, we had an internal change of characters here, indicating that after this higher high has been created here, we are looking for a deeper pullback. So first of all, the first zone I'm going to target will be this zone, keeping in mind that the market has tapped into my daily time frame supply. I'm first going to be targeting this internal strong low here. So I don't want a case where I target below here, the market comes and reverse here. So the first zone I'm targeting will be that internal strong supply, internal strong demand, and I'll be having something like this, right? That should be around, let's see, put your stop loss above that high, right? That will be around 1:9 risk to reward ratio. So now let's go deeper into this chart and look at some of the things I also considered before taking this trade. If you look here, right? If you look here, when this market was going up, when this leg was going up to give our most recent break of structure, the leg was also creating higher highs and higher lows, valid break of structures, and so on. So from here you can identify that we had an inducement here, and we had this higher high. Then the inducement got taken out by this move, then went up, created this higher low here, higher high, and then it created this lower low here and lower high. Now when it came back down, this was our strong low here. The market has already violated this our strong low here by breaking below this point, right, creating a lower low here. Then these are two equal points. These are two equal points that act as liquidity. So it created this lower low here, and then we also had an inducement here. So this shows that this market might come up here and sell, providing that this is a change of characters here, and we already have, the market has already pushed up to this zone. We are looking for it to sell, at least to take out this zone. But initially, the real place which I want to target, first of all, will be this zone here, which is where our 1:9 risk to reward is. So this is the first pair I'm looking at, and this is AUD JPY. Now let's go over to AUD CHF. Okay, on AUD CHF, we have also gone through this similar scenario on this pair. Now, let me allow me to adjust this. On this pair, right? What you can basically see from here is this pair is in a downtrend. We have this most recent break of structure to the downside. So if you happen to concentrate on this zone here, you see that we have this most recent break of structure to the downside. This market has gone back up to the extreme here and tapped into it. So any signs of the market changing direction here is a sign of us to sell. So this is a daily time frame, and that is our bias for this pair. Then now if you start to drop into a smaller time frame, what we can basically see from here is, first of all, we had this market go up here, right? The market was pushing up. We had the market create this higher low here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So this was our most recent higher low here. The market went ahead to break, to give us a break of structure here, then came back and gave us a change of characters by closing below this low here. So when the market closed below this low, our bias changed from being bullish here to being bearish, right? So this is our recent trading range. This is our current trading range here. So in this trading range, what are we looking for in this our current trading range? First, we wait for the market to take out an inducement. So the inducement is the first pullback, right? So this is where our inducement is. Once the market has taken out this inducement, we can wait for the market to tap into our point of interest. Now, there is also one thing that we can do on this leg of price here, which is we track the internal break of structures here, right? We track the internal break of structures in this leg of price. Once the market gives us a change of characters in this leg of price, then we can look for a pullback, and then we look for a sell. So that is how we look at the market. And let me wipe that. So that is how we look at the market, right? So from here you can already see that the market tapped into this our extreme POI. So after the market tapped into this our extreme POI, we now have that change of characters in the internal structure that we spoke about, right? We talked about, which is this one here. The market has violated this, showing willingness to continue to the downside. Now, after this, we wait for the market to pull back up. Once the market pushes back up, we can sell at our demand after our point of interest, which was this demand zone here. So this is where our initial sell was supposed to be at. But now, initially I missed this sell. So what can we do when this happens, right? When we miss a position like this, we can wait for the market to give us the next break of structure. We can wait for the market to give us the next break of structure, which is something like this. Then once the market takes out the inducement, we can look for a sell opportunity at this zone here. So this is basically what we did here, and we're waiting for this trade to play out. So our first target, as we always do, will be this zone down here. It will be that zone down there, right? So this is what we are looking for. We are looking at the AUD, CHF, and then we can also target this low. This is where we are expecting the next break of structure to occur. So that is why we are currently in this trade. Now, that was the 4 hours time frame. If you drop down to the 1 hours time frame, we are going to see this clearly, right? We can clearly see that, okay, the market pushed up here, then created a pullback here, right? There is a pullback here. Then he went ahead now to break structure here, then came back, gave us a change of characters. So now this change of characters also doubles here, because why? The market was coming from a bigger time frame POI. So this was our first change of character. So this is where I told you that we missed our first sell from. This was where our first sell was supposed to be, but nevertheless, we missed that, and there's no need for us to cry over spilled milk. So what we are looking for now is for this market to continue to the downside. So if you happen to see a pullback now like this, then you can take the trade. Or if not, another way which you can look to enter this trade is you wait for the next break of structure, right? You wait for the market to give you the next break of structure here. So once this next break of structure occurs here, now you can wait for inducement, and now when the market comes back up, you can sell maybe from a point of interest up here and continue. So long as the market has not yet taken out our strong low, right? This is valuable so long as this market has not yet taken out this strong low. So that is what we are looking for on these pairs. Now let's go to the next pair which we talked about last week, which will be CAT CHF. Okay, so this was the next pair which we talked about, and this analysis has been in our Telegram group for 1 week now. People happen to take this trade and they're in huge profits by now. So I told you, so like I was saying, right, this market has been pushing down. If you look at the daily time frame, from the daily time frame, you can see that the market is extremely, bearish. So from there now, we can look to mark out our structure on the 4 hours time frame, right? We can see that this market dropped here, went up, gave us an inducement, then it dropped here, took out this inducement, and then went ahead to break structure. Now, this break of structure was not confirmed because this market did not close below this. It did not close below this low. So the market went ahead to take out another inducement, and then finally, this is where the market closed below this low, which is at this point here. So we have this. So now our most trading range, our recent trading range is this high, is this low to this high here. So what are we looking for inside this trading range? We are looking for, first of all, we wait for the market to take out inducement, which is this high here. And once the market takes out inducement, then we can look for either a decisional POI or an extreme POI. So a decisional POI is the first order block that is found above our inducement, which is this one here. This is our decisional POI. It has just a 50-50 probability. Then we have our extreme POI. Now, this market came up here, tapped into our extreme POI and started dropping. So we sold here last week. The market dropped from here. It made some money. Students made some money. Then the market came back up here, which I did not actually take another trade here, but I'm still holding this trade and it's going to go down right here. But now we have this internal break of structure here, which will be our most recent disturbance in the market to continue to the downside. So if this market is supposed to reverse, it will reverse from here, and if it's reversing from there, will still be in an enough profit, right? So this is where we are expecting to be taking out our TP1, which is around 1:6. Then the full TP will be 1:12. So now, how did we come about this POI? As you can see from this time frame, it looks mitigated. This POI here from this time frame looks mitigated, which is a 4 hours time frame. So I happen to go down to a smaller time frame, which was a 2 hours time frame, right? Now, when I went down to this smaller time frame, I saw that though this order flow was mitigated, this POI was not mitigated, right? So this showed me a sort of liquidity, which we refer to it as engineered liquidity, whereby there is a POI just close to a real POI, and it acts as a form of induces sellers to sell early from this POI, and the market goes up and takes it out before selling. So basically what happened is, when the market tapped into this POI, I was not in a haste. I waited for the market to give me a change of characters here. This is my change of characters, and I sold at a supply zone here. Right, once this change of character gave me market return, I sold. I took out partials. I took out partials here last week, because this pair, this CAT CHF is a pair with very big spreads, and me trading a funded account, I could not hold for long because the swaps of this pair are really high. So I ended up incurring almost $300 in swap just for this pair, for this pair. So I had to close out early, not to, like, I might still win the trade and still be in losses. So these are the pairs we are looking for, and yeah, we are expecting this pair to drop right down here. So if you have a zone to sell from, if you see a zone to sell from, you are free to sell. And then let's see if we have another pair. Let's look at AUD CAT. Okay, so this is AUD card. The first thing we can notice from here is we had this market pushing up here, right? So this was our last break of structure. Then we had a change of characters here showing us a possible pullback to the downside. So after this, we saw the market accumulate here for a very long time. We saw this accumulation here, which was likely a build-up of liquidity to mitigate and drop to the downside. So what has happened ever since? You can see that after the market accumulated, it came up here, tapped into this point of interest, and then it has been dropping, creating us consecutive breaks of structures to the downside. So now, since this market is bearish, we'll be looking to take sell positions and take out this low here. But now, looking at this, right, what we can see from here is, if you look at it here, right, you can clearly see that after the market tapped into this point of interest, it came back down to take out this low, giving us a change of characters here. So ever since the market gave us a change of characters, the market has been bearish by taking out this inducement and breaking our structure to the downside, which it eventually created another inducement, took out the inducement, then it tapped into our point of interest and sold. So after selling, we had an inducement here, then the market gave us a break of structure. So what are we expecting of this market from here? So from this recent break of structure, we can see that we have our strong high here and our weak low. So this is our trading range. So the first thing we are going to look at is identify our inducement. So this is our minor inducement here. So this market now, what normally happens is this market will tend to take out this inducement, then it might tap into our point of interest and drop. So we have this point of interest that we are looking to sell from. Now, there's also one thing I've been tracking on this pair, which is this internal structure here like this, right? This internal structure that is coming up to mitigate this zone here. Now, there's one thing I noticed about this internal structure is we had a break of structure here, right? We had an internal break of structure here. The market came back down to this demand zone here, mitigated it, and pushed up. So now at this demand zone here, I'm looking to buy and target the high of this demand zone. Then before I can look for a sell, I can look for and when this market will change characters to start selling, because at the moment this internal structure is still bearish. It doesn't mean that once you have identified your trading range, you can sell anywhere. Once you identify your trading range, you need to follow up the internal structure to know when to sell, right? To know when that internal structure switches bearish, because when the market comes here, I'll be expecting this internal structure to switch bearish, then I can look for my sell entry and sell. So I don't just sell at any zone. So currently in this trade, I'm looking for a short buy, which I will not advise you because this is actually a low probability buy, right? But I'm looking to buy off this zone, then target this high. So this is a short buy and I'm targeting just this high. Once the market takes out this high, then I'll start looking for my sell opportunities. But my main bias for this trade is a sell. So I'm waiting for this extreme POI to be mitigated. Then I wait for my internal change of characters to sell. So guys, I think that will be all for the video for today. If you watch to this extent, please like, subscribe, leave a comment on which pair you think I should do analysis for next, and I'll be whipping that up in few, maybe the next tomorrow or after tomorrow. Have a nice day.